What's up everybody, today we're going to be testing Arena Breakout Infinite, and this is a new game that's going to come out in a short while, but I've been given access for its beta by the developers, and today we're going to be testing it out on an RX 6600 GPU paired with the Ryzen 5 3600 and 16 gigabytes of DDR4 3200 MHz RAM. So let's head right into it, and I'm going to show you the settings first. We're actually using 1080p, and let me just turn this off. We're using VSync, which is turned off. First, we're gonna use it at native resolution without any TSR or FSR, and we're using full screen mode. Max FPS is gonna be 240. I don't know why it was 221, and the rest of the settings are maximum, which is the high settings here. Okay, this game doesn't have any ultra settings. It only has high settings options, as you can see. So I've turned everything to the maximum, and let's head right into a game first. Alright guys, we are finally in a match, and looking at the graphics, first when I played this game, I found it pretty amusing that these graphics can run pretty well on this kind of hardware. Like RX 6600 is not a very high-end GPU, but still we're getting like most of the times about 60 FPS. The same was not the case for another game that came out a short while ago. I don't remember the name. Yeah, it was Gray Zone Warfare. So I tested out Gray Zone Warfare, and it was pretty bad running in general. On all the other settings, it was like not running very good. Now this game is a different story. As you guys can see, we're getting a little bit of stuttering, but the rest of the story is like the game runs pretty well even without FSR2. This is native resolution, native 1080p. Although at 1080p native, it doesn't look very sharp, and all the leaves and stuff on the trees and the grass looks a lot shimmery, in my opinion, at native resolution. So I think it needs something to be to make it a little bit softer and a little bit more clear, in my opinion. Okay, so what we're gonna do immediately is we're gonna change the settings. I'm gonna go first to TSR. All right, so let's go to TSR first. All right, this is just an option for TSR here, and TSR also compared to native resolution, it looks better in my opinion, the grass and stuff. But trees, when you're moving the camera, they become more shimmery than native resolution. So I don't know why that is. Maybe TSR is not running at native resolution here. We never know what they've actually done with the settings. So what I'm going to do now is, as you guys can see, the frame rate, it's going into the 90s with TSR, and previously it was also dropping a little bit, but now I think it will not drop from 70 FPS. So most of the times it's gonna stay above 80, I think, and at 92 FPS average. When you actually go inside a building, it actually goes ahead and reaches 100 FPS, which is pretty nice for a game like this at maximum settings, 1080p. So it's very, very playable, and it's a very competitive experience in my opinion. Okay, now let's go ahead and go to FSR, and you'll be surprised by what I'm gonna say, because in this game I think FSR looks even better than TSR. Okay, now as you guys can see, this grass and also the trees, it's a proper balance between clarity and like softness, okay, in my opinion. And it's not very sharp, it's not very soft. It's a perfect balance for FSR in this game. Although it's only using FSR2, no FSR 3.1, and upscaler is quite old for this, but still it's running, and yeah, it's pretty nice how they did this for this game. Okay, so many developers should actually go ahead and get some pointers from these developers, I think. And they killed someone. Okay, a retro helmet, here's a gun. I'm gonna take it. Let's take this helmet too, because previously I died and I lost all my stuff, so I need more things. Alright, so we're getting now 88 FPS average with FSR2. Although TSR was looking at a little bit more towards the shimmery side, but it was also it was also performing better than this, I think, with better than FSR2. FSR2 is doing a good job with the upscaling. Image quality is better, I think, with as compared to TSR in FSR, but yeah, so you get the idea. Alright guys, so I think that tells you the story for ultra settings. Now we're gonna go to native, and let's turn the settings down to medium. Alright guys, so we are at medium settings preset now at native resolution at 1080p with VSync turned off. So native resolution. Alright, so I don't know why that guy was maybe it's a bot. He might have some friends here. Oh, I shouldn't be reloading this. You don't get any ammo when you kill somebody, when you kill where is he shooting? Okay, I think you don't get any ammo and stuff when you kill a bot, but when you kill a player, you have everything that they have in their inventory. You can take everything. So this guy had an AK, and I think I'm gonna leave the helmet here. I'm gonna drop this, I think, outside and take one helmet. Alright, so my guys are, I think, good at the game. I'm just starting, so I don't know what to do actually. I just read the tutorial, and it said that you need to extract after getting the loot. So that's the main mission, but many other people are also looting in this area, so they're gonna kill you. Now, I think the FPS is quite nice with medium settings. Although medium and high, there's not much of a difference in my opinion within both settings, because the game is still very early and it's still in beta. So right now, I think they have not implemented much graphical options for us to actually test. And they also tell us at the top right corner that the images during testing do not represent the final quality. So I think they're gonna improve the gameplay, and they're also gonna improve the image quality for this game, which they're also telling. Okay, so we've got some stuff here. Let's take it. All right, I think there's gonna be more loot in this area. Okay, it doesn't react. I thought the screen would break. All right, so as you guys can see, the performance now, it's in the hundreds, and that is pretty nice and very good performance for a game like this. Now let's go ahead and we're gonna change the settings, and we're gonna go to TSR. Alright guys, TSR has been applied, and let's see out on medium settings how does it actually look, if it does anything different or not. Let's go back outside, and can I jump to this window? No, I don't think so. Okay, alright, so we're outside now, and as you guys can see, the performance is better than native resolution with TSR. Maybe they're not using TSR at Epic settings or Epic TSR in Fortnite, which is present actually in Fortnite. I cannot jump on the car, so that's weird. But let's try to go from here, and we're getting 116 FPS average, and with TSR. If we want, we can actually use FSR here also, which I'm going to try here. Okay, as soon as I apply FSR, the grass and different things become a lot clearer, and they're very, very sharp in my opinion. Alright, so also the FPS, oh my god, it's higher than before. So at medium settings, FSR is performing better than TSR. So that's really weird, because at high settings we were getting better performance with TSR compared to FSR. Okay, so although the FPS is dropping when I'm actually walking in the fields, but it still looks very good. Okay, I see a guy there. Does I have a helmet, I think. Alright. So I'm gonna see if this guy has other people here or not. So it seems like there is nobody here other than him. Let's just take this gun. I don't need a shotgun, I think. Yeah. Okay, so we're getting in the 100 still, 90 FPS at medium settings. So medium and high settings, I think there is not much difference as compared to 1080p. So guys, 1440p is the next resolution we are testing on this GPU, and as you can see right here, we're at 1440p resolution. Let's just turn this to full screen mode, and we are at medium settings preset with native resolution. Alright, so I've got one teammate here. Let's try to move out of this area, because I don't have much ammo on me, and I just saw a person there. Okay, he doesn't have a helmet maybe, but let's try to go to this person and try to loot him, and let's see if he has some ammo on him for my gun, because I don't have any ammo right now, and I want to be able to kill some enemies. Seems like he doesn't have ammo either. So let's start counting the frames here. Seems like we're in the 70s right now, and higher 70s, maybe reaching 80 sometimes. But 1440p at native resolution is pretty clear, and you guys can easily play. As you guys might know, that 1440p is a very good resolution. If you guys can get the frame rate for this resolution, it's a very good resolution for competitive gaming, because everything becomes far sharper and clearer when you're playing as compared to 1080p for competitive, I think. Yeah. So we're getting like 76 FPS average. This is native resolution. Let's go ahead and enable FSR2 and TSR. I'm not gonna test, because yeah, what's the use where we have FSR2, which looks way better in this game, in my opinion. And as you guys can see, the game has become even sharper than native resolution. And yeah, although this is a looting game, but guys, I'm not finding much loot in the map. I don't know if we have to go to another area or something, like another map, because this is farm and I've not yet unlocked anything else. So I think there are other things that you guys can other maps you guys can go, or maybe the loot is better on those ones. We never know. Alright, so with FSR2 we're getting in the hundreds, and that is pretty nice. 110 FPS right now. As soon as I start to move out, maybe it's gonna get lower, like higher 80s or lower 90s. I would say, like, yeah, as you guys can see, while I'm looking at a lot of things on the screen, the game is becoming more intensive. Alright, so yes. So in the lower 90s and higher 80s is the thing, is the FPS that you're gonna get on this resolution. Let's try high settings on the same FSR2, and let's see if this makes a difference at 40p at least. Okay, it does actually make a little bit of difference. I think it did make a little bit of difference. Also in graphics I can see the vegetation has changed a little bit, and yeah, the rest of the things remain the same, although I'm getting some stutters now. Maybe this is due to VRAM being full. I'm at 7.5 gigabytes right now, so I think 1440p is going to be the last resolution that this game is going to be playable on this GPU at least. But 1080p was really nice in my opinion, and 1080p looked good, and it also performed better than this. So I think 1080p is the way to go on this GPU at least. For any game, RX 6600 is very good for 1080p gaming. For competitive gaming also, you can get competitive frame rates like in the hundreds in this game, and you can easily play the game. Alright, so now I'm dropping into the 60s, which I don't like. This is with FSR2, and this house seems to be a little bit more intensive than usual. Now I don't know why that is, but let's go now to 4K and let's see how this runs. Alright guys, we are at 4K resolution now. 4K FSR2 is enabled. We are at high settings. Now let's try first high settings. High settings preset if it is playable, which doesn't seem like it's gonna be. But let's start counting the frames here. Alright, doesn't seem like it's gonna be playable because we are getting in the 30s and sometimes we're stuttering. Now these stutters I think are due to VRAM, which is gonna be maxed out in a little bit. Maybe swapping data from VRAM, which is not very good. Yeah, it's in the 4:3 frame rate. Yeah, that's not good guys. This is not gonna be able to be played on this. Now let's go ahead and go to medium settings with FSR2 enabled. Let's try this. Maybe it's gonna fix that stutters due to VRAM, but still the frame rate is in 11-12 frames, which is not very nice. Although the game looks really sharp at 4K, if you've got a GPU, maybe a 12 gigabyte GPU is gonna be enough for this, for 4K. But right now I can see that my RAM is getting clogged up and my VRAM is swapping data from the RAM. So yeah, that is the reason we are getting like 4 FPS. So officially we have killed the GPU in this game. Alright guys, so I think that does it for today's video. Please do like, subscribe to the channel for more content. This is a very good game. I hope that it launches soon and we're able to play it. And yeah, bye bye.